Welcome to Get Cookin'. All right, let's do another take. Okay, I'm going to test my new microphone, but actually, I like getting my apron. Let me get my apron on. Wait a minute. Here we go. New microphone. And what's nice about this microphone, there's a light over here, so if it starts running out of juice, I should be able to see it. I've got my washed apron, but not ironed. A little bit wrinkly. Oh well. What are we making? Well, Coos helped out cleaning. He washed the floors and vacuumed and washed the floors. And I said if he did that, I would make him a banana cream pie. We've made this one before and it's absolutely delicious. Plus we had oh, my oats just spilled on the table. Darn it. We have these beautiful bananas and we have beautiful oats. Oh, my oats are spilling all over. That's not cool. All right, well, let me take care of that. Okay, there's only good news in the kitchen. I got my oat mess cleaned up and I'm really thirsty. Stay hydrated. This is one of the best things, Thailand, or if you live anywhere that has green coconuts, you know what I'm talking about. That stuff in the bottles just isn't the same, is it? Nope, nope, no. Okay, I put 3/4 cups of oats into my blender and going to measure out the same for almonds, 3/4 cups almonds. There we go, there we go. A pinch of salt, just a little pinch. Pinch of salt, pinch of salt. Pinch of salt, pinch of salt. And we are going to put some sugar in, but not very much. My tablespoon. We're going to add 2 tablespoons. I'm going to use that coconut sugar because that's all I got. And mix it up. I'll show you that after. I'm going to add the sugar, mix it up. All right. That really ground that up. I'm just using this thing for everything. This is the Ninja. And I also have that other one. What's it called? The name of it. Can't remember, but this one is better. And if you can get a smaller jar with it, then you're really set. I haven't been able to find a smaller jar yet. I'm going to add to that 1/4 cup of coconut oil. I'm running low on coconut oil. Not a problem in these parts. We have plenty of it. And mix it up again. Now my challenge is for pie tins, I seem to only have this small one. And now I have also this one, so I think I might have to make 2. I am going to take a little bit of that coconut oil that's on the bottom in here and just swirl, put it on my brush and coat the pan so that it doesn't stick. Good way to use up that little bit of coconut oil, you know, it doesn't take much Dakota pan. I don't know how this quick release thing's gonna work. Well, we'll find out, right? Okay, so I've got both my tins lightly oiled. I hope they're oiled enough because I cleaned out my top here. All right, and let's grind this up, and that should be the crust. Easy crust. Basically almonds and oats with some oil instead of butter. Well, it looks like the oil got stuck on top and it's kind of loose underneath. My good blender is upstairs, so that's why I'm always using this one. Oh, this is quite soft. Yeah, I think if I push it down and shake it around a bit, it should be good. I am off. In 2 days, I leave for Switzerland. I lived in Switzerland my kids were raised there, basically. I lived there for about 30 years. My mother's Swiss, my dad's American. And in 1996, I started my own language school. I was teaching English there. Well, when I went over to Switzerland, I have a degree from the University of Colorado in marketing. Believe it or not, it's really funny because, yeah, I was telling you about my language school, but I wasn't very good at marketing my own language school, I'll tell you that. But when I first came over to Switzerland, I had a job at Dow Chemical in the marketing department, and I landed a fantastic job. For the time, I was young, and they didn't have a marketing degree in Switzerland. And I had the passport because of my mother, so they snatched me up and put me on this huge project. I made the most money I've ever made per month was when I worked that job, but I didn't last too long. I just wasn't a big company girl, that's all I can say. It just wasn't for me. I enjoyed it while I was there, but I knew it wasn't going to be the thing for me. So I moved. Well, my story will come to you in bits because I definitely been to quite a few places and had quite a bit of interesting things happen to me, I guess. Anyway, why was I telling you that? See, this is where my mind these days. This is why it's good I record things. Because I'm just making a pie dough and I don't even remember what I was trying to tell you. I'm sure it'll come back. In fact, I could go back and look at this and then maybe I'd remember, but I'm not doing that this time. Anyway, what was I saying? This is really annoying. So I did look back because I really couldn't remember, but then I remembered as soon as I went back, and I was just telling you how I'm going to be going to Switzerland in 2 days, and unfortunately, it's to close my school. I had two. I closed one of the two last year, and I have to close. Well, I'm not closing. I found somebody who's taking over the school and developing the program. Ever since COVID, it's been really hard to get people, and I understand why. There's so many apps that getting a group together at a certain level at a certain time has become really difficult. So I've been through a lot with that school, and it was a very emotional journey, but one that I know I'm glad I did it, and we'll see how the future goes. So, yeah, so I'm back to sort that out. I have no idea. I bought a one-way ticket. Last time I did that, when I had to close the other school, it ended up being like almost 3 months. And my husband is like, oh, I hope it's not going to be that long this time, but I have really no idea. I've got to get a certain job done, and that'll be that. So what was I doing? Look at that. I was pressing the crust into, and I put this on and pressed the bottom of a glass to kind of make it even. And yeah, I think these two little ones are going to be perfect. I still have some dough left, so I'm going to go ahead and fill in the next little pie. I hope you come over for pie, because I think for us too, and me leaving in 2 days, there's going to be a lot of pie. Well, we might have to test if it works frozen or just eat. Oh, today I made a pizza for lunch. Oh, this is going to be a little bit thin crust. There's not a lot left. Okay, well, it is what it is. Maybe it is a very thin, fine crust. I better make sure I get every little bit out, because we need every little bit that's there. So today for lunch, I really did, as Koo said, I think he said, I've never had a better pizza than this. It just came out amazing. I didn't record it because I just did it. But we've got this bread machine. It's back there. This one here is the bread machine. So I put the dough in there, and it does the dough, and then it takes about an hour, and then it's all ready. And that saves a lot of time, and it makes it really good. So I was trying a new bread machine pizza dough recipe, and this one, I don't know, really worked out. And then I cut up some oyster mushrooms, because oyster mushrooms are extraordinary. I mean, they're like our new discovery here. I don't think you can get them in Switzerland. You probably can in the Asian shops, but I imagine they charge you. I don't know. Anyway, and some onions, some olives, some capers, and then I have a very, very good vegan quick mozzarella. So I'm sure Kuz will put a picture on here for you, and I promise I will make that for you. But you might have to wait a bit, because, like I said, I'm off to Switzerland. In Switzerland, do I have a kitchen? No. I mean, I used to. But I kind of camp out there because, I don't know, it's a super expensive country. Everything is expensive, and my business is not earning at the moment. It's summer. I think we have one group going on. Rent is not cheap. Yeah, so it's a little bit of a sad situation. I can honestly say, in all the years that I did it, I had tough years, but I always managed. I never got in debt with my language school. I got in debt for other reasons. That story might come out one day, maybe. Ooh-wee, I managed just, huh? So I've got my 2 pie crusts. Wow. I didn't think I was gonna manage that. It didn't look like I had enough. Anyway, so I can say that my schools always supported me and my family, and I had great years, but the last years have been really hard. All right, well, let's pop these. I think I'm gonna pop these in the oven. Let me check, see what I'm doing next, and get back to you. Okay, so my oven's, I think, still not hot, but warm from the pizza, so I don't think I need to preheat it that much. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop in my 2 crusts and bake them. Oh, I got this new clock over here. Can you see it? Everyone can see it, except I can't see if you can see it. There you go. And that thing has got a timer on it. I think it's backwards for you, but it's not backwards for me, I promise. And if you're watching this from America, I wonder what other countries do this. Did you notice it's 14:46 right now? And in Switzerland, that's normal. They use that, what we call military time in America. So I'm used to it. but I could set it on the AM, PM time too, I'm sure. So that's military time. I'm used to it. But I think if you're Americans, it's like, what the heck is 14 o'clock, right? All right, so we're gonna pop these in for 15 minutes. The oven is on 350 degrees, so 175. I have a Celsius oven. And then after 15 minutes, I have to increase the heat a bit to 190 degrees Celsius, but it'll be in the recipe, and bake an extra 5 or 10 minutes. So you know what? I am going to put on my handy dandy timer on there because I can, especially when I'm recording, I can really forget time. All right, let me pop these in, set my timer, and come back to you. Okay, now I'm feeling pretty, what is the word, modern. I can just use this handy dandy remote control for my clock, and I just set it. Now let me see, how do I make it so it goes? That's a problem. You have to learn everything. Do I have to turn it on? Do I have to turn, okay, I bet. No, okay. I've got it set for 15 minutes here. Maybe I have to press it again. No. So one of these things have to work. No. Maybe I have to be closer. I will figure this out. I was so thrilled I thought I could show you from here, but it's not working. Okay, well, I was just too far away from the remote. I think if I even held my hand out, but my timer is counting down. It says I still have 5 minutes left until I have to up the temperature, but I told you my oven was already hot. And I think I'm going to give it just a few more minutes and it's good enough. It's already really smelling delicious and it's already lightly brown, so I will not be increasing the temperature. In fact, I'll be turning it off after this. So what's next? We're going to make the custardy filling. What I need for that is, whoops, that was a little abrupt, cornstarch. I need 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. This is a special recipe. This is my I'm leaving for Switzerland recipe because it's got a lot of sugar, a lot of nuts, a lot of fat, cornstarch is not the things that it's a special occasion. Let's just say that. It's fine, but a special occasion. Then I need to put some coconut sugar, 1/3 cup. I put a little bit under 1/3. I always use a little bit less. A pinch of salt. And 1.5 cups of almond milk, which I didn't have. So I made it back there in my handy dandy super blender and it's ready. So I'm gonna go grab that. And I'm going to mix this on the stove and stir until it thickens up. All right, I just wanted to show you my pie doughs. I mean, that is way brown enough. I don't have to cook it any more than this. Beautiful. So just keep your eye on it. Everything depends on your stove, and the smell will usually tell you. You know, when you start smelling nuts, be careful because they can burn. All right, so I turned off the oven there, and let me get to cooking up my sauce. I need my almond milk. So I put it in a nut bag, and then you just squeeze. So it's like milking a cow. You see, you milk your almond cow. And almond milk, mostly they tell you to soak your almonds overnight and then put it in a blender and then put through a nut bag. I didn't soak my almonds, but I got a super blender back there and I'm sure it's good enough. I always like coming up with things to use the almond pulp for, and I don't know if I want to make more cookies, but I usually make cookies with this. We'll see. I'm just gonna put it aside for now and put it in here. I am making a mess today, I tell you. First the oats, now I'm spilling, and of course my kitchen is really clean right now. You know, everything is clean here because I'm leaving. It's like I went on a cleaning frenzy. All right, nothing that can't be cleaned up. So I need 1.5 cups of this freshly made almond milk. Here's 1/2 cup. Let me put 3 of those in. That looks really good. Should I show you my nice looking almond milk? Boy, this thing's, I yank it down because usually, oh, there we go. It was just loose. Okay, because it was like thunk. 1, 2, 3. Little bit of almond milk left over, I'm sure. That's telling me my pie dough's ready. Thank you, Mr. Clock, but I already took it out. See? That's a good thing. Yeah, and I'm very happy that I did take it out. Okay, I'm gonna bring this over and just mix it and wait till it thickens, and I'll show you when it's thick. Okay, that took a good minute, but just when you think, oh no, it's not gonna thicken, it does. So you just keep, just make sure you keep mixing so it doesn't get on the bottom, burnt on the bottom. Okay, now I'm gonna add in my 1/2 teaspoon vanilla and let it cool down. Ooh, little extra vanilla never hurt anybody. That smell of vanilla does it to me every time. Okay, I mix that in, and I'm just gonna put it aside, let it cool for 10 minutes, and then I've got to put it into the fridge. I don't know if this was, I've made so many things, I don't remember, but I didn't remember that it was so, like, I have to put everything in the fridge for hours. I didn't remember that. Anyway, doesn't matter, that's what we're doing. But meanwhile, I decided I'd better make a banana bread because this doesn't use as many bananas as I thought it was. So I'm gonna make a quick banana bread. Can you believe it? No, yes, let's just do it. I wish I had some applesauce because you can, instead of oil, you can use applesauce, but I could make some, but I really don't want to. I've already done a lot of cooking today and a lot of cleaning, so I'm just gonna try to get this one done quite fast. Okay, let's make a banana bread. I've got some very yummy bananas and I'm going to mash them up. I've got a really nice recipe for banana bread, but it's in a cookbook that I think is in Switzerland. I will go and bring it this time, maybe. My suitcases are always so heavy that I still have things I want to bring over. All right. I'm going to get a spoon and get this out of here. My nice mashed bananas. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Yeah, that looks good. All right. Third a cup coconut oil, or you could have used applesauce. I really wish, but wishes. Oh well, here goes the oil. Let's add some delicious vanilla. 1 teaspoon, this is a 1/2 teaspoon that I just used, so I'm gonna just do it like this. Mix her up. All right. We are going to be adding in a little bit short of 1/3 of cup of coconut sugar. Actually, I really do want to add a little bit more this time. A little bit more than that. Okay. Good thing my supplies are all running a little bit low. Ooh. All right, I'll just do a little bit short. Here we go. Third a cup of sugar in there. Yes. Could use some dates too. I'm all out of dates. I'm out of a lot of things right now, but I'm not out of flour. This is wheat flour that we just bought the other day, and it's some kind of Indian. It's an Indian brand whole wheat chakki atta, which I figure is whole wheat flour. This is a big one. Gotta open it up. Huh. That's a big bag of flour. Okay, I need to add in 1 3/4 cup. Doesn't look real whole wheaty, but it is whole wheat, so let's put it in. 1 3/4 cup. All right. Gonna have to put you away and hope you don't fall over, because if you fall over, you're gonna make a big mess. And to this, we can also add our baking soda, a teaspoon. Where's my teaspoon hiding today? Yes, teaspoon baking soda. See, everything's getting on the low side. And a teaspoon baking powder. A pinch of salt. And we're good to go. If this is really too thick, I'm going to add in a bit of, and I think I will be, a bit of almond milk, which I made. It does look quite thick because of the flour. So, yeah, I'm going to definitely add in some milk. Plus, I got it, so might as well use it. I'm just going to pour in my 1/4 cup, just so I don't pour in too much, and just do a little bit at a time and see how it soaks up. Yeah, that's looking nicer, doesn't it? Yes. Oh, I want to add in a bit of cinnamon too. We love cinnamon around here, so I'm going to put some cinnamon in. Oh, where's my, short of a teaspoon cinnamon. We do like cinnamon. Usually I like to put some nuts in, but you know what? I already put the oil. It's enough fat. It's enough. So, all right. Well, guess what? I'm going to put that in a container and put it in the oven. I haven't made this one before, so I have so many recipes to try. Now, that was a fast recipe. We do like fast. Let's see how it turns out. Putting it into the oven, but I will set my timer and check it in about 45 minutes. That's a long time in the oven. I could see, normally I would think like, okay, why don't I throw in some potatoes for dinner? But what was my plan for dinner? I did have a plan for dinner. But didn't involve baking potatoes. I know that. All right, let me put this in, set my timer, and get back to my other recipe. I did decide I'm going to put in this half of cauliflower that I had in the fridge. I'm going to go ahead and set that in the oven too. Why not? We're back. So I almost forgot about my pot of deliciousness, but I need to put it now in the fridge. It already was kind of getting lumpy in there. So what I need to do is get some of this wrap on it. The air con is blowing it all around. Stick it on the top, make like a second skin, and put that in the fridge to chill. It's already quite cool now because it was right in the blast of the air con. That's going in the fridge. And I will be doing the third part of that pie. Yeah, man, I think this is taking longer to make than it took my husband to clean the floors. But anyway, and I'm sure it'll go very fast. I'm sure we'll eat it very fast. That's the challenge with cooking sometimes. It's like it can take a minute and then it really takes less time to eat it than it did to cook it and clean it up, right? Right now I've got this big pot of cleaning up to do. Sometimes it does overwhelm me, but then I usually yell for Coos and then he'll come down and help out. Today I'm okay. I'll whistle as I work and clean up and then whip up the coconut whipped cream. I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, this one is easy because I already have coconut whipping cream, which is very thick coconut. Anyway, I'm just gonna have to whip it up. Look at that, gorgeous. Oh, I'm just making sure, no, this is 100%. Sometimes there's some water at the bottom in some of these, not this brand. Great, that's a lot of coconut whipping cream. Off the spoon, out of the can. I look forward to the day when our vegan cafe is finally open. I don't know if I'll ever see the day. Well, I guess I will. It's been 2 years already because I'm really curious to use like fresh coconut and experiment with fresh ingredients a bit more. But I'm grateful to have this and I'm simply going to whip it up. This blender was very cheap. And number one is like, what do I have? Oh no, it's just, okay, the glare of the light. I thought I had splatters. Number one is super powerful. That's all I'm gonna put it on. It's just, yeah, it's a little crazy. Could I have stopped sooner? Probably, but I liked watching those patterns. Did you see those patterns in there? I'll show you. Can you see it? Yeah, like cool patterns. Ooh. Like ripples on the sea. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. All right, let me see. Wait, not so fast. We need a little bit of vanilla in there. So let me put in half a teaspoon vanilla and whip that up, and then we're done. Woohoo! Yeah, I already took it out. What do? Put them back in. Put it back in. Come on, go back in. Perfect. You could add some powdered sugar. I don't have any of that, so I'm not going to add it. All right. Do you have that kind of container question? Like, can I fit it all in this container or not? What do you think? I think so. So we're going to give it a go and see if it can get in. We're just going to put it in the container and put it in the fridge so it can chill. And the other thing needed to chill for a few hours, so it'll be our dessert tonight, late. Do you feel like licking that? I actually don't, but I don't want to waste all that delicious coconut cream. So let me see if I can get more of this out. It's just, although I do remember as a kid when I cooked, man, that was the score when you could lick the beaters, especially with chocolate chip cookies. I did love that batter. Not that we made it very much. It's funny. This is a story I always think is funny. I told you I had a language school in Switzerland for many years. And one of my first, when I went independent, it was because Nestle hired me to teach some English to some of their employees. So I was going to Nestle, which the headquarters was in Vevey. And the funny story with Nestle is, of course, when I think of Nestle being American, I think of Nestle Toll House cookies. I mean, to this day, you buy Nestle chocolate chips, and that chocolate chip cookie recipe is on the package. And as far as I know, in Chicago, that's what everybody used. Nowadays, of course, because you have internet, everyone looks up different recipes for everything. But back in the day, that was it. So when I first went to Nestle, I was like asking, well, how can I get the chocolate chips? Because they don't sell them in the stores. And they're like, we don't sell those in Switzerland. They don't sell Nestle chocolate chips in Switzerland to this day. And when I asked them why, because I had students from all different, levels and and I would ask everyone, and what they said is Nestle does market research, and they decided that Switzerland would not like chocolate chips or chocolate chip cookies. And I'm like, that's honestly the stupidest thing I ever heard, because and then they didn't have the same brown sugar that was required in those Nestle Toll House cookies. So when I went back to the States, I would bring back a bag of chocolate chips and a bag of the brown sugar and make those cookies. And I promise you, people were like, these are so good. I would bring them to Nestle. I'd let Nestle taste chocolate chip cookies. Oh, everything is falling on the floor today, and my floor is clean. So my floor, well, one thing, we could just lick it off the floor. Not really, it's not that clean. Just one of those days. Things are just falling all around. Oh well. I always say gravity works, and that's a good thing. Anyway, that's my funny story about Nestle. The size of the candy bars in countries is different, all that stuff, you know too. It's all research, but sometimes I think the research might be a little bit, oh yeah, that's good. Oh, that is very good. And did it fit in? That's the question. Sometimes I think that research, sometimes I think they just have to use just common sense. Swiss people like chocolate. They like cookies. Why wouldn't they like chocolate chip cookies? Of course they would. Anyway, there's your tip. And did it fit in? Ooh, can I put the lid on? Nee. It's really absolutely correct. Voila! That's popping it into the fridge. And I probably will lick these. Yeah, that's good. You're not missing, I'm not missing whipped cream. All right, I gotta pick this stuff off the floor, do a little more washing up, and check what's happening with my banana bread. I did not do it in that order. I first checked the oven. Again, I was smelling so much, and I'm glad I did, because that banana bread did not raise much, but is definitely cooked. 4 minutes to go before the beep. My oven cooks fast. That's all I can say. What's this, you ask? What is it? It's very hard for you to see. Remember how I said I had that leftover almonds from the almond milk? I mixed it with some oat flour, put a little bit of maple syrup, and that's it. I don't know if that's any good, but I didn't want to throw it out. And my cauliflower. Looks nicely roasted. I'm not ready to eat that now. Yeah, it's not dinner time yet, but that's okay. I'm just gonna pop it in the oven later tonight. Maybe make a little sauce for it, although I don't have any more tahini, but I'll come up with something. I'll probably just baste it in a little sauce, put it back in, and that'll be one part of our dinner. I think I'll make some eggplant too tonight. Okay. Now to get the things off the floor and do the washing up. Okay, I just dumped this out and it sounded like a rock. Did not rise very much. I'm going to cut some and bring him up to Coos and see what he says. And then I'm thinking I will either go for a massage, or go to the ocean. Not sure which. I'm going to decide in a minute. For down here, I got my pie stuff sitting in the fridge. The pie crusts, they're okay. Just have to be careful with ants in this place, man. But I don't see any ants. The other night, I just couldn't sleep, and I had made this fresh bread in our bread machine. And I just had this idea how I wanted a piece of toast, and I had made butter. And the butter is so easy and so delicious. And I just felt like a piece of toast and butter. And I had put the bread in a bread bag, and I hung it in the kitchen. I go to open it, it was full of ants. I mean, full. It was like, oh, no bread. Oh well. You're in a new environment, you have to learn. Oh, I was going to show you something too. My cat Little Bear has been sleeping at the door the whole time. I'll show a picture of him at the welcome mat. Do you know what this bird is? I really got used to this fruit. It's not available all the time, but when it is, I often buy it. Mmm. Woo! Onto the floor, everything. And it rolled all the way over there. Hey, come back here. Oh, the seed is very slippery. This is jackfruit. And you can buy it in the can. No, sorry, I didn't mean to spit that at you. I've got some. I just bought it for the first time, and I will be experimenting with jackfruit because we have this frozen jackfruit meat that is so good. It just has a lovely texture, and if you put those spices in it, so I want to try it. Not now, because I got to pack my bags. I'm not around for we don't know how long. But when I come back, I'm going to experiment with this. I have made it before, but not really, so I'm really going to focus. Meanwhile, this is the fresh jackfruit, and this is the green jackfruit that they put in cans. They also have them like in bags. All right, wanted to show you that. Catch you later. Bye. I lied. I cut off the end piece. I said I was going to bring it up to Coos, and I thought I'd try it. It is quite good. I think that whole wheat flour made it really heavy. Crunchy, taste is good. I think it needs some rooibos tea. Some rooibos tea with this would be a delicious 4 heures. 4 o'clock. In Switzerland, you have your snack at 4 o'clock. It's now 4:30. Quite delicious, but filling, very heavy. All right, bye. So, how was the banana bread?
The Kelbertroover banana bread was very good. Must I go on?
Yeah, it's a little bit heavy. I used whole wheat flour. Wait, now I can't. We're exchanging the microphone. I'm saying that I used whole wheat flour, so I think it's a bit heavy, but the taste is nice.
Yeah, I wouldn't know about heavy or not, but it's really nice and crispy. Almost burnt. No, it's not. No, it's fantastic. Look at it. You know a nice thing about banana bread? Sometimes they're very dry. This one's not. It's like soft inside. Yeah, like brownies.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you.
Ooh, bye. All right. We're back hours later, and I didn't go to the beach, and I didn't go for a massage. Oh well, happens. I just chilled. And Koo said he'll play a game of ping pong with me tonight, so that's good. So let's assemble this banana pie. That took a long time. So what we're going to do is cut. Look, it's a twin banana. You see that? They're like together. Oh, yeah, twin bananas. Siamese twin bananas. So I'm going to cut them and put them on the pan, on the pie dough. And then I'm going to get our fillings, mix them together, and put them on top. Yes. Not sure I got that microphone right last time. Doesn't matter, there was nothing important. What I'm doing is cutting. I cut the Siamese bananas I hope you got the Siamese bananas because they really were. But as you can see, it's not covering my pie. I only have one banana left because I used the other for the banana bread. Now, the big question is, wait just a minute. Hello? Hello, hello. I always did that with my kids when they were little. I think they get very annoyed by that. It was pretty funny though. Anyway, yes. I need to make a decision. I was going to save some to decorate on top, but I'm not doing that. I'm going to sacrifice the last banana and put it on the bottom of this pie to fill in some of those holes. That's what I'm going to do. Probably just as well that I put them on bottom, because if you put them on top and you don't eat it, and you're not going to eat all of this today, they turn brown. And like this, you don't see it. And maybe they don't even turn brown because they're going to be buried in crème de la crème de la crème. So what we got going on here is, well, it's a little better covered, isn't it? And the crème de la crème. Ooh, really is pudding. It's pudding, pudding, pudding. And here is my coconut whipped cream. Oh yeah. Fluffy and delicious. Oh yeah. I'm gonna mix a good glob of that together with this. I don't know if this spoon is the proper thing to do it with or not. How is that mixing up? Not so easy, but happening. Mix it around. Oh yeah. What do you think? A little bit more cream? Yes. I am gonna save some of this cream. It was a big can, huh? Some for the top, of course. All right. It looks a little lumpy. Who's gonna complain? I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. All right, let's see if we can spread this on here. Mosh, mosh, mosh. Yeah, those bananas are sticking. Oh. This requires double tools. Actually, a spatula works better than the spoon, I think. Oh, the back side of the spoon is like a spatula. No, bananas, stay down, bananas. Do you know those kits, like art kits, when you're a kid, or let's even say paint by numbers or something like that? And on the cover of the box is always what you're supposed to make, and they always look so cute and so wonderful, and no one's ever turns out how it looks on the box, ever. Sometimes with some recipes, it's truly the same. It's like you see a picture and it looks so good and so wonderful, and when you do it, well, it doesn't look as good and as wonderful. That's all I can say. Not that this doesn't look good. This looks pretty good. But this is not how I remember it. I think I must have had a different recipe. And you know what? I don't think it needs any more whipped cream. I think it's got enough whipped cream. Okay. Well, let me put the rest on this one. This might be a bit thicker. That's good, because it's got the In the end, the difference between the art boxes of art and a recipe is, as long as it tastes good, man, Of course it's nice to look good, but if it tastes good, you're there. Whereas if those art projects, they don't look good, you're like, disappointed, right? Okay, I just have a little bit more of this to put on. This one's looking prettier than that one in my eyes, but you know what? Who knows? Yes, this is looking prettier. Can we get it? I haven't tasted this. You think I would, but you know what? Often when I'm cooking, I really don't feel like testing and licking around. I've never been a big taster except for those chocolate chip cookie. Yeah, that definitely. Chocolate chip cookies, I can lick the whole bowl and the beaters and everything else, but everything else, nah, I don't. I like to taste it when it's done. I mean, I trust that this is going to be good. I really think it's going to be good because all the ingredients are good, so that's what happens. All right, well, this I have to clean up a little bit around the sides because I kind of see this. I'm going to clean up. And then I'm going to put plastic wrap and put it back in the fridge to kind of, and that will be, we will try one of them tonight. We will not be eating both, and I will not be throwing it in anybody's face either. All right, hasta la vista, baby. Okay, what's for dinner? I put in this cauliflower earlier. Now I'm going to massage it with homemade barbecue sauce. And I'm just going to record this in case it turns out delicious. We know what I did. And if it doesn't turn out delicious, well, then we also know what I did. Win-win. All right. Win-win. Okay, so I'm going to add some lovely tomato paste and I really like this coconut aminos. Well, this says coconut sauce, but I think it is coconut aminos. Squeeze a bit of that in and mix it up. That's instead of soy sauce. And we will put a pinch of salt in. That's a pinch. And what I thought to do was onion powder or whatever you call it, a bit of garlic. Yes. A bit of maple syrup because barbecue sauce has kind of got that sweet and sour thing going on, right? And then we've got the barbecue spice, which Cruz said the other day he preferred his French fries with just good old paprika instead of the barbecue. Oh my, that really came out. Well, that's it. It was meant to be. It wanted to come. You see that? That looks gorgeous to me. Oh, put some pepper in there. We'll sprinkle the pepper after. So I'm just going to slobber it on. This is what Coos called the brain. Now this cauliflower is already probably 90% cooked because I put it in earlier. So we'll find out. You know what? I'm constantly experimenting. This is an experiment. It's not always for the restaurant. This is just for us too sometimes, like for me even, just to say, oh, okay, I felt like trying that. That looks good to me. What else are we making? Some eggplant. All right, let's sort this out.
Well, something went wrong here with a recording, but Rebecca and myself were joking about me being the director, and she is like the actress, and I mentioned that.
Oh, no, oh yeah, now I remember too. Because he came in and he started talking, but he didn't have the microphone. And so I was like, what kind of producer are you, director without the microphone? And the star actress has to tell the director what to do. This isn't right. And then you said...
Yeah, I told her about this famous actress who, we'll get to the name later, who said that only her husband and the director is capable of telling her what to wear and when, or not to wear.
Anyway, so we that somehow got lost, and we had another conversation where Kuz just said that I was on a record cover, and that was the record Criminal Minded by Boogie Down Productions.
Yes, and that's exactly what we were speaking about. It's a pity we didn't properly record it. I suppose it's the director's fault. But let's carry on. So in the next video or the next clip, you will see what happened then.
Was that recording? Now it's recording. I wasn't on the record cover. I was on the sleeve. And that's the problem.
What's the difference?
The sleeve is what was the record, was the paper
inside.
So the problem was when I ordered it, when I was telling my kids about it, when we went back to the States, I ordered the record and it was like, I opened it and of course it was white because, you know, I mean, they didn't print out. So if you have a what was the name? Boogie Boys, the Boogie Boys, Boogie Down Productions. I can't believe I can't remember it. If you have the original record.
Rap crap?
Yeah, rap crap. If you have the original record, I am in it. Honeybee with Big John, shoulder to shoulder. But anyway, that was 2 seconds of
apparently
fame.
this Big John became famous.
Yeah, he became famous. I didn't.
Yeah, so she, her codename then was Honeybee.
Yes.
Would you believe I actually wrote a book called Codename Honeybee?
Isn't that amazing?
Isn't that by chance? And it was by chance. I didn't know her at that stage. But there were a lot of such things in the books which we couldn't be explained afterwards. Anyway, what did this actress say?
No idea.
Only the producer and the husband can tell her what to wear.
Really?
Yeah, she said that.
I wonder who that was. Now
I'm
you've
not
got to
sure if you
research
can
it
remember.
and write in. You're going to have to Google it and then write in the name. If this is on air, this was just for me actually.
And she was talking in the video, she's going to Switzerland. By the time you watch her, she's back. Because this video won't be out for 6 months.
Ah, that's good.
That's how far ahead we are, would you believe? Anyway, I came down to see where's the food, and you know, time is, according to that clock, 18:29. That is 6:29 p.m. for those who's uninformed. I heard that too, military time.
Okay, he pays,
That's 24
pays
hours.
attention to my shows. That's good.
Man, I'm the editor too, you know, I'm like a little skewy.
Yeah, he's everything.
Yeah, but we really love these mics. I must tell you, it is fantastic because you can see she did say it, but I'll take a picture because it's that great. I didn't take a picture to show you what I mean.
I don't know what he's talking about right now.
Yeah, I definitely know what I'm talking about. Let me
I
take a
have no
picture.
doubt about that.
Actually, on the you will see on the receiving end of a phone for the mics. There's two little lights burning.
That's
if those lights go out, you know your mic is gone.
This is life-changing, man.
Yeah,
because that happened to us.
It was a little bit more expensive. I mean, it cost us 500 baht instead of 120 like the rest. 500 baht is $10, $12.
No, what people
It's
can...
not money.
what
whatever it is,
people
it's not
can
money.
afford to do today, both in the music business, and we were talking about that the other day. It's
Yeah.
just so wonderful. I mean, there's so much good in the world today. It's just shameful that there's so much bad too, you know? It's
Yeah.
shame that the world could be made to be really the most amazing it's ever been. We have the technology, we've got the knowledge, we can spread information. And what do people choose instead is to go to war and fight each other. See, I'll never understand that. Why don't we just
I want to show you something.
build
You see, when she had
farms?
this little thing here, and she couldn't get it to work, she said she was too far away.
Yeah,
She might be right, but I've seen something on Top Gear many years ago. That
well,
was
yeah, that's a fun show.
three strange Englishmen who,
I didn't know
Just
it
cruise off
until
cars.
you.
yeah. But I used to like the old Top Gear very much. Especially
They're
when
quite
they,
funny,
yeah,
those guys.
you know, yeah, no, I can live with it. But they tested a remote like this with a car.
No, they're
But they
British.
took it against their head like this, and they said that would actually make the signal go further.
That's a lot.
I'm sure you guys have seen that episode, and
That's
if
a-
you haven't, go and look for it. It's not a lie. So you see, I've got the button here. I've pressed.
Oh, it worked.
It worked. I was just talking about it. It worked. It's a miracle. Hallelujah. Top Gear.
Where did you put it?
In my head, like this.
Just once for a minute?
Yeah, just for a second or two.
That's the
See?
whack. That's the
It's
wacky.
counting now. I can show you.
Oh, it's
I'm not
counting.
lying.
But that's seconds. Oh, it's counting up.
Yeah, because I put it like
You
that.
put it on the count up and not count down.
See?
Yeah, why don't you show what I'm doing here? Because the whole time you've been
Oh,
talking,
okay.
I've
Well,
been
anyway,
busy.
I'm amazed.
You show what I'm doing here too, because I'm
And
almost.
she loosened all these things here. This camera-
See, yeah, I don't know what's going on with the camera.
She needs a producer.
Yeah,
Oh, she broke
I
this
got
thing.
my. I couldn't. I was trying to make it straight, which it's straight now. I was trying to make it straight. Okay. You still haven't shown what I'm doing, and I'm on my last one.
Oh yeah, but hey man,
I don't know why that's
I
so
walked
hard.
in too late. Is this?
So I am wiping this with this lovely sauce I made, and then there's supposed to be, honey, can you just grab those sesame seeds? They're top right on that shelf. Straight, top right. Yeah. I need just a little. Is that them? No, that's not them, sorry. Oh, they're right here. That would have been millet. That was a disaster, yeah, millet. We don't want millet. Yeah.
Okay, so what do you want?
This, just a little bit, because I just need one more side. Little. A little more than that. Do you like sesame seeds?
I don't know. There used to be something called Sesame Street.
Did you like Sesame Street?
Never seen it in my life.
I
It's crap.
watched Sesame Street. I remember watching that when it first came out, because we weren't allowed to watch TV in my house. And it was on black and white, and my mom let me, will you show my face? Got to tell this producer what to do. And my mom, I must have been like in nursery school, and she said I could watch TV, and it was these puppets, and I just remember loving it, really, when I was little. And then they had this program called Zoom, and my brother and I, gonna zoom, 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 gonna zoom, 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 zoom.
Yeah, we didn't
Come
have
on,
TV in
give
South
it a
Africa
try.
until
Yeah,
1976.
that was, that
All the preachers and everybody was violently against it. But they were against a lot of things, these people. They were a bunch of creatures.
Zoom was not violent. Ready? Want to see what I learned in Zoom? Move aside, step aside. Ready? And her name was Bernadette. They had these kids that starred, and I really liked Bernadette, and this is what she did. Ready? I still remembered. Thank you, Bernadette. If you're watching this, 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, to me, that's utterly moronic. That's like going to a disco and you put your fingers in your ears, not to hear sound, and you see this strange people having a hiccup or something going there. Yeah,
You gotta do the face.
she was a aerobic instructor too once.
A what? An Arabic instructor?
Yes, were you not?
An Arabic instructor? I was an Arabic instructor.
Yeah, yeah.
Aerobic.
Aerobic.
Yeah. Arabic is a
But
language.
you know what I'm talking about. I didn't say Arabic.
Jane Fonda
That would be a stomach thing. If it's Arabic. You know, like the stomach dance, like in a James Bond movie.
Okay. What are we doing here? We're going to put these in the oven, that in the oven. Yes. And see if they turn out yummy.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'm sure it will be. I did eat out our flat finger first too. The leftovers of the nuts, which was really nice. I didn't know what it was.
It was just, that was kind
like
of, not here or there, but you know what? I
like a
don't,
flapjack.
like you say, don't waste, don't waste.
Yeah, we don't waste. Never ever.
All right. So this is going to go in for 25 to 35 minutes.
Just keep it there for a few seconds.
No, don't.
You see, that's a director now. You have to do what I tell you.
The director made it turn over. All right, we're putting it in.
Ooh.
Open your legs, baby. Not me, that's you saying that. Not me.
This is all part of a director's thing, right?
Okay, that's one. This, I think we only need about 10 minutes. So
Wasn't there such a
let's
thing
see
too?
if I can set that clock all by
Cookie and the
myself.
Brain, or what was that called?
What are you talking about?
Some stupid comic, Cookie and the Brain, or this tall fellow and the small fellow, and then one was called the Brain and the other. I don't watch comics at all. I don't read it, and I don't.
I really don't know that one. Cookie and the Brain. I want to watch it tonight. I don't know what it is. All right, so I'm going to set this.
You must press it against your head first, so it gets like a
I'm going to
boost.
do it right now, how it says. Ha!
Ah,
It's
stop.
working.
I told you.
And now I'm going
Press
to set
OK.
it for 15 minutes. 15 minutes. And you have to go 0, 0, otherwise it's 15 seconds. And say, okay. Yes.
Bingo.
So after 15 minutes, I'm going to put this in and set it for another 10, because this just needs 10 minutes.
This means we won't be eating within half an hour.
Yeah, well, that's it.
That's
okay.
fine, actually, no problem. We had the most delicious pizza.
Oh.
I can tell you that I didn't finish that entire pizza myself. Was just, yeah.
Yeah, that was good. All right, I'm going to put things away.
You did tell them I've put that thing on that clock,
No, I didn't say that.
and I figured it out.
Yes, the producer. All right, we'll get back to you. Okay, this is the most bizarre thing. You know how you were saying about this thing? It didn't work, and I put it to my head, and I swear to God, it did work. No, that is wild. So now I'm setting it for, see, now it's not working. Check this out. See, my zeros not working. Now watch this. Ready? Come on, who understands that? I don't get it. I have to do it again because it's not working. I don't understand it. Totally don't understand it. I'm scared. I did just taste something. I had a giant, I should have showed it to you, I guess. White radish, a long white radish, really giant. Wait, I'll show you the top of it if I, yeah. I still have, because I kind of, it's really big. It was about this long, and I'm like, enough is enough. But this thing, and I mixed it with a carrot and just put lemon juice. That's it. No salt, nothing. And I just tried it. I really like it, but this thing's got a kick. It's like radish. I wonder if Cruz is going to like it. But I don't know why. I just wanted something fresh. And I think with the eggplant and everything else, it's going to be really good. I also made a quick sauce with some ginger, peanut butter, coconut aminos, a bit of maple syrup. What else did I put in there? And trusty old lime Lime, lime, lime. That was it. I haven't tasted this, but it looks gorgeous. This is for the eggplant, but I think it's gonna even taste good with this other salad. All right, I've got some dishes to do. We've got 8 minutes and everything's done, so I gotta get out. Okay, 3 minutes to go on the clock, but I did take out the aubergine eggplant because they look done. And I moved up the brain cauliflower, and I think in 3 minutes it'll be done too. All right, and took it out. Let's go eat.